Fake Musk selfie became more than a viral prank. Fake Musk selfie was less about what AI could create. AI-powered fake news sites are multiplying at an unprecedented rate. Artificial intelligence is not some distant, it is already reshaping the integrity of information. It began with a single image that ricocheted across social media feeds. A smiling Bengaluru tech CEO posing shoulder to shoulder with Elon Musk. The photo looked like the kind of casual backstage selfie that fuels modern celebrity mystique. Authentic, unpolished, and instantly shareable. Adding to its allure was the caption, a bold quote attributed to Musk about India's role in the future of global innovation. The post exploded online, amassing likes, shares, and breathless commentary. For a brief moment, it felt like history captured in pixels. But then came the twist. The image, as convincing as it appeared, was a complete fabrication. There had been no meeting, no conversation, no selfie. The entire post was crafted using AI, an experiment by the Bengaluru CEO himself, to demonstrate how easily technology could manufacture an illusion indistinguishable from reality. What millions believed to be a glimpse of truth was in fact a carefully constructed fiction. That revelation set off a firestorm. For some, it was a clever stunt that exposed society's unpreparedness for the AI era. For others, it was reckless, proof of how dangerously blurred the line between truth and falsehood has become. Either way, the fake Musk selfie became more than a viral prank. It became a cautionary tale. At its core, the incident highlights a profound shift. Never before has it been so effortless to generate convincing but false content at global scale. What was once the realm of Photoshop experts or propaganda machines is now available to anyone with access to an AI tool. This moment serves as a microcosm of a global crisis, one that challenges how we define truth, how we consume information, and how urgently we must rethink media literacy, platform responsibility, and regulatory safeguards in the age of synthetic reality. Behind the viral storm was not a real encounter between Elon Musk and a Bengaluru entrepreneur, but a carefully constructed digital illusion. The image was born not in a boardroom or backstage at a tech conference, but inside an AI engine. Using generative tools like Midjourney and DALL-E, it is now possible to create photorealistic images in seconds. By feeding these systems highly specific instructions, what technologists call prompt engineering, creators can generate visuals that mirror reality with unsettling precision. In this case, the prompt was deceptively simple. A selfie-style photo of a middle-aged Indian CEO with Elon Musk casually smiling in a candid setting. Within moments, the AI delivered exactly that. Wrinkles, lighting, Musk's familiar grin, it all looked genuine. The machine stitched together elements of thousands of source images it had been trained on, creating something that had never existed but looked like it had. But the image alone wasn't enough to spark virality. The human element made the deception powerful. Deepak Kanakaraju, the CEO who orchestrated the stunt, didn't just generate the picture, he built a narrative. He paired the image with a fabricated Musk quote, praising India's rise in the global tech ecosystem, a sentiment designed to resonate deeply with local pride and international fascination. By embedding the photo in a context that felt believable, he ensured the illusion would spread. This highlights a critical truth about AI-driven misinformation. The technology supplies the realism, but it is human intent that gives it teeth. Without a carefully chosen caption, without the cultural hook of Musk speaking about India's future, the image might have been dismissed as a curiosity. Instead, it became a weaponized post that blurred the line between satire, social experiment, and outright deception. In the end, the fake Musk selfie was less about what AI could create and more about how easily a motivated individual could weaponize that creation. It was the partnership between malicious, or at least mischievous, intent and powerful generative tools that turned a simple prompt into a global debate on truth. The fake Elon Musk selfie may have been staged as a social experiment, but it taps into a much broader and more alarming reality. The world is already awash in AI-generated misinformation. What was once the realm of crude Photoshop edits or slow-moving propaganda machines has, in the past 2 years, escalated into a crisis of scale, speed, and believability. The statistics alone paint a sobering picture. A Harvard Kennedy School study conducted around the 2024 U.S. presidential election found that 83.4% of American adults were worried about the proliferation of AI-generated misinformation. This isn't just theoretical anxiety. It reflects a lived experience in which voters themselves were inundated with false audio clips, deepfake videos, and AI-crafted news posts. The public's confidence in digital truth is eroding at a staggering pace. Research shows that roughly 90% of all deepfakes online are non-consensual sexually explicit images or videos, overwhelmingly targeting women. This grim statistic highlights how quickly powerful technology has been weaponized against individuals in ways that destroy reputations, mental health, and even careers. What was once a playful demonstration of AI's creative powers is now a multi-billion-dollar engine of harassment and exploitation. Meanwhile, AI-powered fake news sites are multiplying at an unprecedented rate. According to watchdog group NewsGuard, the number of such sites ballooned more than tenfold between 2022 and 2024. These sites churn out endless streams of plausible-sounding but fabricated articles, often indistinguishable from legitimate reporting unless scrutinized carefully. With the rise of SEO-optimized AI writing tools, misinformation now floods search results, social feeds, and even news aggregators. The scale of the threat has been officially recognized at the highest levels. The World Economic Forum's 2024 Global Risks Report labeled AI-driven misinformation as the second most likely global risk to spark a crisis, outranked only by extreme weather events. Tellingly, this was in the lead-up to what analysts dubbed the super election year, with more than 70 national elections taking place around the globe. In such a politically charged environment, the weaponization of generative AI was not just inevitable, it was catastrophic. The impacts have already been felt. During the 2024 U.S. presidential primaries, voters in New Hampshire received AI-generated robocalls that used a cloned version of President Joe Biden's voice, urging them not to cast ballots. Closer to home, incidents like the fake Musk selfie may seem trivial compared to political deepfakes, but they illustrate another, equally corrosive consequence: the erosion of trust. When an image as ordinary as a selfie can no longer be believed, what happens to our collective reliance on visual evidence? The risks aren't only social or political, they are also economic. Financial markets, hypersensitive to perception and rumor, are vulnerable to manipulation by AI-generated content. In sum, the fake Musk selfie is not just a quirky case study in AI experimentation. It is a warning shot in an escalating information war, one where the weapons are free to use, globally accessible, and frighteningly convincing. What makes this moment so dangerous is not just the technology itself, but how seamlessly it plugs into the fault lines of politics, media, economics, and human trust. The next decade of AI will not only redefine creativity and productivity, it will reshape the very fabric of truth itself. What we are experiencing today is the early stage of a phenomenon some researchers have called the Cambrian explosion of large language models, LLMs. Just as biological life once diversified rapidly during the Cambrian era, AI is poised to proliferate at unprecedented speed. Within 5 years, analysts predict the existence of tens of thousands of powerful, customizable AI systems, each capable of generating realistic text, images, audio, and video. The barrier to entry for misinformation campaigns will shrink to virtually nothing. A lone actor with a laptop will soon have the same narrative-shaping power once reserved for state propaganda machines. Future disinformation campaigns won't simply flood the internet with broad messages. They will be precisely tuned to individuals. Imagine scrolling through your feed and encountering a fake video of your favorite politician, not just saying something inflammatory, but saying it in a way designed to target your unique fears, values, and biases. This is the looming reality of micro-echo chambers, carefully constructed digital bubbles where misinformation is tailored so effectively to your worldview that it becomes almost impossible to dislodge with factual correction. The risk isn't just collective confusion, It's a splintering of reality itself, where each individual lives in a slightly different fabricated version of the truth. The fake selfie with Elon Musk was a warning shot, but it also offered a glimpse of the battlefield ahead. The question is no longer whether AI will shape the information ecosystem, but whether societies will adapt fast enough to ensure that the digital world remains tethered to reality. The challenge is daunting, but the stakes, truth, trust, and the health of democracy itself could not be higher. What began as a playful social experiment in Bengaluru, a fake selfie of a local CEO with Elon Musk, ended up exposing a crisis far larger than one viral post. In a single image, the world saw both the remarkable power of AI to conjure convincing illusions and the terrifying ease with which those illusions can masquerade as truth. The selfie was not simply a hoax, it was a microcosm of the battles now unfolding across politics, media, economics, and everyday life. The lesson is clear. Artificial intelligence is not some distant, futuristic threat. It is already reshaping the integrity of information in real time. From deepfakes and political robocalls to manipulated markets and eroding trust in basic evidence, the consequences are immediate and profound. Yet the very same technology also holds the promise of building defenses, detecting falsehoods and safeguarding truth, if we choose to use it responsibly. Ultimately, the fake Elon Musk selfie forces us to confront a defining question of our era. Will we harness the power of AI to create a more informed, connected world, or will we allow it to become the ultimate weapon of deception and division? The answer will not be decided by machines, but by us. In that sense, the selfie is more than a prank. It is a wake-up call, a reminder that in the battle for truth, vigilance, literacy, and human responsibility will matter more than ever.